All right, everybody, good morning. Hey, welcome back to Colorado hockey. Not traveling, not on the road, nowhere on the East Coast, and the Hawks back in town for a two-game set with the Lafayette Locomotive prior to the Thanksgiving holiday. So we get a morning game here at the Edge, back on our home ice. First time this year getting to broadcast here on the home Edge rink, which is great. Now I just need somebody to step up and do the scoring so that I can get Ryan Jones back up here on the mic with me for the remainder of the game. So we'll do some searching. If you cross paths with anyone that's willing to do game sheet so that scoring so that Ryan can still come back up here and broadcast, that'd be great. But I don't know who's going to show up to go down and give Mike a hand because he's already gladly done the clock. But I'm not sure who else will be here. There may or may not be parents here. So we may not get lucky. So it may be just me on the broadcast. We'll see. But Hawks coming off a nice, productive 3-1-1 weekend in New Jersey as they beat the number one ranked Team Philadelphia team 3-1. Came back to get a tie with the number 2 ranked Valley Forge Colonial squad, who we had beaten previously on our last trip, and a nice comfortable 5-2 win against the Carolina Junior Hurricanes. Only lost to the Arizona Bobcats, who are actually ranked number 3 in the league. And probably not our best performance as we got off to a slow start in that game and paid the price 4-1. So Hawks are looking good, positioned well for playoffs in the Atlantic Hockey Federation, and looking solid on the ice during the course of this past weekend. So hopefully that translates into a fast start and a strong game here against the Locomotive, who, courtesy of 9 power play opportunities, beat us 3-1 up in Lafayette the Saturday before we had gone out to New Jersey. So Hawks with a little revenge on their minds in a 2-game set today, as we'll travel up to Lafayette to play the Locomotive on their home rink this evening at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. But for now, Hawks getting ready to drop the puck with the Locomotive here at home, and it's really nice to be out here and see that Hawks logo on the ice, not to mention all those national championship banners, especially for the 08s across the way on the wall. Just playing at home is such a nice opportunity that unfortunately this year we haven't had a lot of chances with it. So it's really great to be back here in Colorado playing hockey. And Hawks squaring off with the Locomotive in their away black and yellow. Hawks in their home whites trimmed in red and black. And looking loose and ready on the ice, as we'll see what the Hawks can bring here this morning. They look ready to roll, and so are we, as I hopefully will get Ryan Jones back on the mic here for this matchup. In the pipes, Easton Jones, coming off of a strong weekend in New Jersey, looking to backstop a Hawks win here. Locomotive come with their top line, anchored by Pierce and Fallhaber. And Hawks will come with the Mahalik line as B-Rob and Sexton. Great to have. I was searching. So here we go. Ready to drop things here. Good. And off we go.
Underway.
Nice to see the Hawks punch that one right into the offensive zone, and Robertson cycles deep quickly to Mahalik. He swings wide, gets bodied off the puck in the far corner. And Locomotive will try to break out. Good step across there by Heersing. Slows things up, kicks the puck onto his stick, and works the near side. Backhands that off for Ostad on the far side. He fans on the outlet pass. Forecheck from the Locomotive immediately on ice. Hawks break it, and here's a chance as they push ahead. 2-on-1, maybe 3-on-1, cross in the skates of Mahalik. Chipped up, and Sexton couldn't quite get it up above the shoulder of the netminder. Hawks fire one across the crease, back to Fabrizio at the point. He rips one down low that goes wide of the netminder. Sliding out of the zone. LHA fires a shot well high above Jones, now to the near side corner. LHA watches that puck go far side. Paulin comes across. Comes shoulder to shoulder, gets brought down by the Locomotive. Hawks get it free and come out to the near side boards. Goes without saying, right? Stay out of the box, stay 5-on-5 or better.
5-on-5, we're the better team, and I think it showed right there. Got an early odd man rush. I think you'll see a few more of those today, Tom.
Puck on the back end for Paulin. He'll stretch it out to the blue line, through the middle, cross ice pass out of the reach of Spone. Those are the turnovers we don't want in the neutral zone, as Lechak tries to come back across, taken away and dumped deep by Spone, as we'll get partial changes here. Good pressure by Spone. Puck is loose. Ripley fails to dump it deep. Spone stays on it. He's battling on that far side board. Finally comes out of the zone. Hawks knock it free on the stick and miss it. We'll get Oxenrider out and get this line ready to go. Stick check there. Pokes the puck loose, but then onto the stick of Oxy, who's fresh. He backhands it in deep. Hawks forecheck should get him some opportunities in the middle like that as a quick shot. Forces a pad save from the netminder for the Locomotive.
Nice setup there by Missick out into the slot.
And room to work.
Oxenrider. There's some room there.
Nobody defending between the dots. Hawks continue their pressure. Short turnover opportunity there, but taken back away by the Locomotive. Section will come on. Tough angle there, doesn't get it, but puck comes loose and onto his stick. Section reverses back through the D. There's the quick feet of the Locomotive D-man as that gets floated out of the zone and down ice. Should be icing, and it is.
Did we get the benefit of a two-man referee crew today even?
Yes, we did. We got a full four-man crew. Yeah, we do. Box. We do. Thanks, bud. So, yeah, we have linesmen and refs. Orange armbands for the first time maybe this year.
I thought they were just a myth.
Here we go. As puck is won by the Hawks, they go far side, but it comes out of the zone. Regroup and dump back in deep. Puck comes off the boards, gloved down by Mahalik. He fights through the check of Pierce, then absorbs contact on the near board. Puck comes to the point, ripped high and wide there by Heersing.
Puck was rolling a little on Heersing there.
Yeah, rolled up the stick, thrown out of the zone, coming back, trying to move on Heersing. Shot turned aside by Jones as Heersing forces Olsen to dump that in. Pierce will go back up to the point on the far side. This is their one offensive line that does damage if they can 5-on-5. Otherwise, they can create their shorthanded chances when they do get the power play. And then they bring out pretty much every good player they have on that power play and do a good job.
Yeah.
So that's why we want to stay out of the box and not give them opportunities to go down that road.
No, I like our forecheck. Let's make it hard on them, get out of the zone. Don't give them those clean breakouts.
Puck comes through the neutral zone, tapped on by the Hawks at the blue line. Jumping up, Locomotive, looking for a backhand chance. Goes forehand, thrown up the shoulder. Nice control there by Jones to sweep it up in the glove. Hawks will take a whistle at 12:46 here, first period. A 0-0 hockey game. I feel like we still have another gear we need to get to here and bring a higher speed quotient and more pressure.
Yeah, fanning on a lot of pucks early on passes, just clearing pucks. I'd like to see us sharpen that up a little bit as this game goes on.
Face off, back to Lechak. That's fired about 42 feet wide and high of the net and out of play. maybe a slight exaggeration. 39 feet high and wide.
Looked like a Bills Super Bowl kick.
Puck off to the near boards. Chopped ahead. Knocked down and up and into the screen out of play. So we'll get a face-off outside the zone as Oxy will go. And he wants that in the zone. And it will stay in the zone. That is correct. Oxy's face-off back to the corner. Jumping that is Lamson, but it comes through the middle onto the stick of LHA. LHA turns it over. Nice move by Missick. And then across. Oh! He blows it above the bar by 2 feet. That had to just roll up or just got too far out in front of him. Shot right there off the sticker. Ripley goes just a hair wide as pressure now building for the Hawks. Cycle back down low. Oxenrider takes the puck. Looks out front. Wheels. Fires. No. Gets knocked off the puck before he can get the shot off. Ripley was drifting away. Otherwise, he would have had a good look. So Hawks getting right back on the turnover at the blue line from the Locomotive.
It was a nifty little zone entry play there by Missick.
I love the little spinorama after he poked that puck free. Locomotive trying to push it up on the far side. That ends up on the stick of Carter Ray. Turned over, shot though blocked off, and Ray able to flip that up and out to neutral ice. Hawks and Locomotive should benefit from a mid-game ice make here probably after the second period. As that puck comes up and through and onto the stick of Ripley. He jumps up ice. Drag move through the middle, knocked down and taken off the puck. Good defensive play by the Locomotive there.
It is. That's where I want to see Ripley shoot it, though, more, Tom.
Wyad's hit on Robertson separates him from the puck. Robertson comes in, pinches off the D, but the Locomotive get a good clean look and clear up the far side. Comes through the middle. That'll be icing as the errant pass gets through Schmidt and all the way down. Hawks need to be head up because one thing Locomotive will do is hit you and take you into the boards or take you off the puck with body play, not worried about trying to poke check there.
I don't think I've seen them peel off on one yet, Tom, and I don't think they will.
Mahalik will take a draw here, but offensive zone face-up opportunity. I smell a goal-scoring chance coming. See if we can get a face-off win. Hawks back to the point. Ray goes down the boards, gets through everyone and around the near side, Sexton. Sexton looking for Mahalik out front. He gets knocked from behind, and it gets covered by the netminder. Little cross-check there, not enough for a whistle.
Not at edge. Lafayette 2 weeks ago, that would have been marching to the box.
Tonight, it may be a different story if we were doing that. And we'll hold off for that as the Hawks win another face-off. Taylor throws it towards the net, chipped aside, never got through. Robertson controls. Again, backhand pass down low, gets knocked free by the Locomotive, and they do get it out, but Sexton immediately creates the turnover. Puck knocked loose down low. Mahalik goes in on the D. Fed around the far side. Should be okay for Ray to keep it in, and he does. Back in low, Mahalik's got to hustle across. Can't get the stick on the puck there. His Locomotive player taken down. Puck ends up on Fallhaber's stick. Robertson with a chance to go. Robertson, though, man back on the change. He works in low. Now reverse out the corner. There's room, but doesn't see that one play. That would have been a nice backhand feed through the middle as Cardenas was driving down the center of the ice, but B-Rob didn't see him. Puck gets iced down by the Locomotive.
Yeah, our backhand passes right now are just a hair too slow, Tom. Just not enough mustard on them.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, the puck movement's got to be a little bit quicker, especially with the physicality of Lafayette in the zone.
And a lot more intention on those passes.
Yes.
As far as firing those pucks to the tape. Puck knocked free by the Hawks, but then taken by the Locomotive. Good job by Carmichael stepping up. Their D does not respond well to forecheck pressure. Hawks need to be mindful of constantly working. Spohn with a nice little turnover created as he blows an edge and goes down. Ends up back on the stick of the Locomotive. Good job getting it out now is Cardenas. On Carmichael. Carmichael, though, knocked off his stick. Goes far side. Cardenas steps in, knocks it up in the air, but it comes out to center ice.
Hawks almost got caught with a Locomotive player drifting in behind.
Yeah, the Hawks were pinching just a little. Locomotive step up. Good forecheck pressure there, but Spohn doesn't quite get it. Back through the middle. Hawks knock a puck free, thrown towards Jones, turned aside by Eastland. Cardenas down to clean up the loose puck onto the stick of his defenseman. Hirschenkel skated himself. Back checking hard is Lamson. Forces the turnover from Hirschenkel. Hirschenkel stay up on the forecheck. Bodies a man off the puck, takes him down. Locomotive, though, able to get it up and out to the blue line. Good poke check, but unfortunately offside as Hirschenkel got tied up with the man. Another good stick from Missick. His defensive play has been a topic of ours throughout this past weekend as his game has really blossomed this year into one of the strong two-way players for the Hawks. Missick dumps that in deep. Puck handed off behind. Cross-ice pass gets through everyone and down ice. Pollen is there. Controls it on the far corner. Loses that puck, though, and support comes from the Locomotive. Pollen, though, bodies up and takes the puck back for the stick of Ripley. Ripley's outlet pass. Missick, good job battling. Missick taken down, but time for Oxenreiter to pressure. Love that work.
Yeah,
no penalty, but good hard on the puck work by Missick forces the turnover. Oxenreiter can't find it. D for the Locomotive wants to go up the boards. He gets ridden off by Oxy. Back onto the stick of Missick. Missick waits. Hands off perfectly. Shot whistled wide from Ripley as that was a great setup by Missick.
Missick with a couple of nifty setups. We just got to finish.
Back off to Ripley on the deflection. Goes high point. Pollen. D to D, but dumped down low off the forehand of Fabrizio. Back up high for Pollen. Pollen walks, fires, deflects hard, and goes wide of the netminder. Kept in briefly, but now it's picked off and read by Fallhaber, who comes ahead. Fallhaber gains the zone, gives that one off. Wants it back, does. Chipped on. Good save position there for Jones. Fallhaber watches Pierce keep that in. Puck goes down low. Hawks are there. Quickly flipped out of the zone for Sexton. He has been waiting for friends there. Nothing available. Mahalik comes across, just nudges the defender as he hands that puck off. Mahalik will come up here on the half boards. Peace gets the puck loose from Pierce. Robertson is there and dumped in on the far side. Paulman leaves that for Robbie. Robbie goes back across to Will. He'll play it up the boards, past Mahalik and out of the zone. Good play by Sexton. Mahalik trying to fight through the back check there. Loses the puck, and it's floated out to center ice by the Locomotive. Hawks just not with a bunch of jump right now. Looking slow to pucks.
Looking for that
Taylor,
spark, Tom.
Exactly. Know? Taylor might create it here. As he swings out, goes high point. Carmichael drives the net. That doesn't get through from Ray, and they float it ahead for Lamson. He'll walk in, wants to go around the net near side. Good defensive recovery by the Hawks. Forces the puck high. Shot blocked by Carmichael, thrown towards the net, deflected aside, never went in on Jones. Big connection there for Sexton against LHA. Hard guy to take down as LHA's a big body on the back end for the Locomotive. Carmichael pinches it off in the corner, trying to dig it free. They're going to blow a whistle if he doesn't move it. Ref comes across. Locomotive's just pinning it in the skate. At some point, you're going to blow a whistle if he won't move it. Finally comes loose after an interminable wait for a whistle or some type of motion. Hawks, though, get it free and bring it out of the zone. Working wide is Taylor as he takes it all the way up, circles back and moves it through the middle. Too much skating, got to get the pucks off. There's a chance, and a pat save on Cardenas. That puck came loose to his stick. Spohn sends it back down low. Carmichael across, can't get through to Cardenas on the weak side post. Locomotive send it out. Hawks immediately take it back. Spone rockets that around the boards, but it
That took a
out.
weird bounce.
Oh man, if Cardenas had been jumping the front of the net, that would have been available.
Goaltender was looking opposite side of the ice.
The clearing attempt deflects off a stick, comes all the way down and into the glove of Jones. And there's a very brief meet and greet for Ostad.
Ostad just set a little precedent, Tom.
Yeah. If LHA's going to come all the way down, he's going to sweep him out of his space. Yeah, I got no issue with that.
Keeping it within the bounds.
Whistle, unfair face-off, we'll regroup. Take our man out of the dot, and Hawks will see Ripley take the draw here from the left dot at 4:22 of the period. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. It's going good. Missick, I guess, take the draw. They didn't like Ripley either. So 0 for 2, but the Hawks come through off the stick of Missick, controlled by the Locomotive.
Nice physical play there by
Good physical play, and it gets thrown out. Oxenrider Missick gets his stick thrown free by the player. Schmidt comes on, throws a shot in off the blocker of Jones. Smart to use a little bit of a mini screen from the defender there. Hawks sniff it out. Jones isn't going to fall for that. And now Ripley walks in, cross ice. Missick wasn't opening up. Want him to turn it open there.
I think he expected a Ripley shot there.
And looking for a rebound. Shot towards the net, turned aside by Jones, flipped out a play by Ostad with an on-rushing defender for the Locomotive. But what an opportunity. And I didn't mind the pass, just a little lack of the communication there. I think not anticipating what was coming. Missick wasn't ready for that.
But I think what I'm seeing early on, though, Tom, transition game is where we're generating a lot of opportunities, using our speed to get out there and transition. We just got to bury them.
Yeah, odd man opportunities now. We've had a couple. And Hawks got to get one in and push a lead here on the Locomotive, and they'll give them a chance to feel like they stay in this game. So here we go. Next step, find the back of the net. But first, a defensive zone face-off for the Mahalik line as they'll get going here at 3:38 of the first. Shots seem tilted in favor of the Hawks, but nothing to show for it on the scoreboard. Mahalik's face-off ends up on the stick of Paul, and he can reel around and breaks out. Bodies come to him. Sexton smartly pulls that. And that's where I'd like to see him go back. When you get that convergence, go back and then create open ice. Mahalik tied up by the D nicely, but Hawks still have control. Shot. Mahalik went for the deflection off the B-Rod shot. Couldn't get a piece. Puck comes high. Fabrizio keeps it on. Now tapped loose by the Locomotive in transition. Shot deflects up off the back glass and into the glove of Jones.
This is an opportunistic Lafayette team, though, Tom. Right? I mean,
right.
If you watch them, they're patient. But they jump, and when they jump, sometimes you get those chances for the odd man rushes. But they're pretty patient and opportunistic.
If they have the right players in position for that neutral zone transition, they go. If they have the wrong players, meaning the ones that know they don't have the offensive skill set to push it, they'll oftentimes dump and go for their change to get those players on. So very disciplined team.
Yeah.
And therefore, Hawks need to stay within their systems, create their chances.
Oh. Here's follow on his own rebound there.
Another chance.
Here's with that little dump attempt. It popped out from the goaltender. Here's blasted it from point blank.
Opportunities. One of these is going to find the back of the net. Just got to keep pressing, keep finding those spots in front. Face off down in the skate, deflects up in the air, taken by Heersink. Misses on the near side to Missick. Down low, Oxenrider forces the wraparound. The far side boards, and down the boards comes Ostad to keep it in. Andrew can't quite get that one through the D, but now it's tapped ahead. Here's the opportunity. Shot save made. Way out in his crease is Lawson to sniff that out, but another shot and another scoring chance for the Hawks.
Yeah, Missick was trying to sneak that 5-hole, Tom. I like the good quick release, though.
See if this line can get things going. Oxenrider sees it fed around to the near side. Ripley lets it go to Heersink, throws it towards the net. Deflection goes wide. Puck's off onto the far side board. chopped at by Ostad, but then redirected back out of the zone by the Locomotive. Oh, step up by Heersink. Big collision there. Takes the brunt of it. As Petrovic's another wide body. That one, though, gets through the point. And that's what I'm talking about. Some of the D for the Locomotive can be challenged because they aren't as
fleet of foot.
Strong.
I don't. Yes. Yeah, not as fleet of foot.
So the Hawks are looking
turnover
for a chance, and there it is. Oh, Ripley gets deflected by Viad, out of play, but another one where he could have probably toe dragged and then maybe had an opportunity to the weak side. 2-on-1 developed there again.
Yeah, I'd like to hear the players be yelling there, though, Tom.
Yeah, letting them know.
One on. Just let him know he doesn't have the time.
Carmichael's face-off comes down, back to the stick of Spohn. He'll wrap that around the backside of the net and off and across. And right here already, you're seeing 50-50 puck battles. I think far more are going in the favor of the Hawks. It's got to pay off at some point. Cardenas, though, couldn't win that one on the deep boards. Nice move by the defender for Locomotive to get out. But then nice poke check timing from Taylor and a good transition again for the Hawks. Spohn snaps a shot.
Ooh.
Awkwardly handled by the netminder.
Handcuffed the goalie a little bit there.
Came up off the stick. Ended up, though, in the glove. Hawks offensive zone face-off again, changing here for the Locomotive. Face-off back to the point. Taylor fires, blocked, goes off to the far side. Spohn wanted to shoot it. Now he does. Deflects and goes just wide, short side. Back out front, but nobody home. Couldn't find the loose puck. And it comes out quickly. Here's your transition onto the stick of Olsen. He dumps it in deep. Hawks right, the man on the board. Smart play by Spohn. Doesn't use the stick and doesn't shove, but just rides the man into the board. No penalty.
Nice defensive play there.
Short in front, cross, diving save by Carmichael with another block.
Carmichael selling out the body again.
Not shocking, right? As Mikey plays great defense in his own end. Puck near side. Sexton forces the man wide, using his speed as Pierce. Shot comes back up. Front side shot through him. Messman goes out to the boards. Hawks bank it but not out. But a fan from the point allows the Hawks to get it out of the zone and take an icing. No, waved off for some reason. No idea.
Yeah, that seemed kind of textbook to me.
Sexton watches player go around him. Viad gets it taken away. LHA watches the whistle come down. It's the end of the period. Sees a 0-0 score.
It looks like we're going to ice cut midway through, Tom, so we'll set the clock for 7:30.
Or 8:30.
8:30. Good call. Math is not my strong suit.
So I like the mid-ice cut. I miss those days of the old Central States where we always had an ice cut at 8.5. Nope, looks like they go up to 17. So it's going to be the end of period.
It'll be the first whistle after, I believe.
Oh, they'll leave the 17 up?
Yep, maybe they'll leave the 17 up.
We'll see what they do and see if we do go off at the halfway point.
I just heard coaches talking about midway through.
Well, hopefully that's the case because I think that's the best time for the ice cut is midway through at the 8.5 mark. But we'll wait and see. And it gets to the.
It's always good. It's always good.
It's always good to be on the airwaves and not at work. We'll take that every time. I'm sure you work. Some people could argue that. I agree. Here we go. Start of the second period coming. What do you want to see besides maybe a better finish on some of those opportunities we've created? You know?
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's the elephant in the room, the finishing, right?
Yeah.
We've generated some great opportunities, especially off the rush. We just got to start finishing.
Yeah.
Oxy's. I want to see Oxy get one because I feel like Oxy's been snake bit. I think he had 4 or 5 really good opportunities in New Jersey this past weekend.
Yeah.
Just either handcuffed a little or sailed it a little wide,
or just a great save by the netminder.
I mean, I would like to see him. I'd like to see him break the ice and get that little sigh of relief.
Yeah, kind of like what we saw at Cardenas when he scored this past weekend really felt due. And Nate, I talked to him after the game, and Nate was like, "Man, he goes, yeah, that felt good. I needed that one."
Yeah,
And
just
I
get
think
that.
that's
Just
where Oxy is as well.
get that monkey off your back, and then the floodgates kind of open, right? It's you get that first one, break the ice, and then it just starts to roll. Although I gotta say, Nissick has had a couple great setups here early in the first period.
Yeah.
I mean, we have two lines that are creating a lot of scoring opportunities, and even that third line, Tom, is in hard on the forecheck, creating opportunities that might not be as pretty as some of them, but they're generating opportunities, right? So,
well, if I had to say who I think I'd put in the catbird seat for the 50-50, it's got to be Mike Castano, as he has Nissick, Oxenreider, and Mahalik as his three pulls that could get him the 50-50. So if somebody should be paid off today, he's got a good chance as anyone. I would think you're looking at Carmichael as a good opportunity, and I've got Hirsink. So you can always see one go in. And I know Owen with the empty netter was like, the only one I get all weekend last weekend's an empty netter, but you know what? That shot from the point is always lethal at any given time. So Hawks going right to left now to start the second. Petrovic will go up against Oxenreider's line. But we get a whistle and a restart as refs noticed they didn't have everybody to the faceoff dot. Supposed to do the count. So
somebody a little late to the dance.
Face off, back, picked off, taken by Nissick. He'll dump it deep corner. Oh, and he blows an edge and goes down. Puck off, turned over for Ripley. Nice read, but back in traffic. Throws it back down low, goes off the skate of the defender, who fans on the original pass. But now the Locomotive give it up and out. Long changes here. Hawks should be able to take advantage, I hope, and trap the Locomotive in their end. Although that backhand dump in turns up into the netting from Nissick.
Yeah, I think Nissick anticipated. He kind of leaned on the edge there, Tom, anticipated the contact and then didn't get it. And that's why he blew the tire.
Exactly. So face-off outside the Hawks zone. Mahalik will come on. Face-off goes wide side, across is Fabrizio. Pressure comes, and the Locomotive across the middle of center ice. Sniff that out and bring it on. Topped off for Pierce, but knocked away by the stick of Pollard. Hawks come up with on the far side. Sexton kicking at the puck there. Locomotive take it away. Now trying to work through the middle is Pierce. He gets tied up. Fabrizio cleans up and puts the puck out for Robbie. Robertson gets it up ahead, but out of the reach for Fallhaber instead. And Locomotive will dump it in deep. On net, gloved up and covered by Jones. What time do you play today? Lots of stuff going on with the LHA tournament this weekend. We have our two games today and a light weekend, but a lot of play going on as the rinks will be full. Hawks playing everywhere. Good luck to everybody that's out there on the ice. Oxenreider's face-off comes across. Nice lead pass. Oh, but Nissick couldn't quite kick it to himself. Another opportunity that goes awry.
Nissick real close to go and skate the stick there, just a little out of his reach.
Nice lead pass onto the tape of Nissick there. But an offensive zone face-off is Oxy will survey here. 15:44 second period. One back to Messman. He'll go far side, but two through his forward and onto the stick of Fabrizio, but Ricochet comes out of the zone. Quickly brought on by Nissick. Shot off the post far side and fed out as the Locomotive netminder Lawson sees the pipe do him a favor. Through the middle onto the stick of Ripley. This line creates a chance again. Shot, stick save made. Back off to the point for Oxenreider. Plenty of room. Fires it into the belly of the netminder, and Lawson holds that easily.
This Nissick, Ripley, Oxenreider line, again, generating chances. And I was actually just going to say it before this, Tom. We've generated some odd man rush opportunities. I wanted to see us generate more offensive zone time opportunities. And apparently the boys heard me.
Good to get on the cycle. Good to create stuff down low. That's where you're going to find that greasy rebound. in games like this. Cardenas on the near side board. Played ahead, taken away by Lamson. LHA tries to go through the middle and gets taken off the puck by Heersink. Puck near side Spone. Spone cross ice pass. Misses Carmichael. Gets out of the zone. Touch up for the Locomotive. Heersink waits, flips that up in the air, but knocked down by Petrovic and back in the zone. Heersink regains, takes Petrovic down and floats it out of the zone. Forecheck pressure coming as Cardenas is down, wants to pull that puck loose. Chipped off the boards by the Locomotive. Hawks have to dump it back in and touch up.
There's Carmichael getting on the hit board. That seems to get him going.
Spone 2, up front, pressure. Here comes Cardenas to the near side corner. Good job reversing out of the check. Centering pass, couldn't find Carmichael. Deflected up to the point. Ostad rims it back in. Perfect centering pass out, but couldn't find the stick of Spone. Hawks have to regroup and dump it back in. Hawks will get their change here in the offensive end. Through the middle, goes off the stick of Heersink. That negates the icing. Good play by Heersink. Mahalik blows a tire. Better check that steal. As Olsen had it briefly, shot from the point, swallowed up by Jones. As Hayes shoots a 13:43 for the Locomotive. I don't feel like there's been any high danger chances for the Locomotive at this point.
Other than that first one right away where he tried to walk it out front, not a ton of high danger.
Face off, won by the Locomotive. Off a stick, chip free, trip down. No call comes.
Yep.
Oh no, the call.
Delayed penalty call coming here.
They did get it on the backside. Here comes B-Rob with it. He wants to hand that one back off. Backhanded in, that's going to be touched up as Ray. He wanted to get the player on ice. Robbie and Ray not communicating there. He's like, don't dump it. He wanted to hold it back. Peel back, let the extra player come. Take that 6-on-5 opportunity. But we'll take a power play opportunity. Special teams chance number 1 goes to the Hawks on the tripping call.
You said special teams are going to be important here. Hawks get the first chance of the evening. I'd like to see us get 1 or 2 on the power play because you know Lafayette's going to have their chances on the power play at some point in time, Tom. You want to at least even those out.
Yep.
If they get 1 on the power play, you want to get at least 1.
Sexton will take the draw here as PP1 comes out. Sexton's faceoff goes down. Missick pulls it. Waits. Hands off for Sexton high with Heersink. Sexton finds Heersink. Room to shoot. Fires. In the low. Loose. And then covered as Lawson sprawls out to cover the puck.
It's a good low shot again, though, by Heersink, right? Force the goaltender to not allow him to glove it, right? That's the key. Don't allow him to glove it. Don't allow him to block that to the corner.
Give your men in front to look for that rebound and see if they can get wood on it. As that puck gets knocked behind the net. Good pressure there. Smart coming across for the Hawks. 2-on-1 when you have the extra man. Robertson's got to fight through. D-man trying to tie that up. Off the net. Robertson is there with Missick as they stick handle it free and find Sexton. Sexton circles high. Back off. Heersink fires. Knocked down by a body in front. And the Locomotive cycle out with Pierce.
That got B-Rob up high.
Pierce all the way down around, goes out front. Good defensive position there on the back end. Hawks sniff that out. Ripley gives that one up for Heersink. Heersink across. Able to skate here is Missick. Missick brings it on. Stick handles up, then hands off Sexton. Sexton, cross-ice Ripley. Like to see a cross-ice chance come. Ripley on the backhand, though, won't be able to find it. Regroup. Hands it back down low. Auction Rider's there. Auction Rider caught up in the snow. That puck gets taken away and thrown down ice. Not getting set up the way we want. Power play 2 will take the last 30 seconds. Heersink will skate it himself. Fakes the drop pass, shot off the mask of the netminder, or is that off the stick?
It's off the
Sounded
stick.
funky, off the stick, and goes up into the screen out of play.
I mean, they're giving us a really easy zone entry there, Tom. Almost too easy.
That's what I think.
Like I'm watching it, waiting for what am I missing here, because they're basically just allowing a clean zone entry and everybody sinks back.
Player coming out of the box in 19 seconds. Hawks get the win. Mahalik keeps it on. Good reach. Mahalik walks down, trying to center for Carmichael. You got your player coming out, but back to cover and back checking hard is Mikey. Shot somehow beats Jones short side, and you get a shorthanded goal that goes home. Not sure what happened there. Maybe he just didn't pick it up coming off the stick.
I don't know if he didn't pick it up or if he cheated a little bit for that pass, but that's one I guarantee you he'll want back.
So the Hawks see a shorty go in, and special teams looming large, and the short-handed goal sets the Hawks down 1-0 to the Locomotive. Still waiting for the Hawks to exert some serious control and pressure. And there's pressure brought on by Robertson. Save made by Lawson.
I want that shot low, though, Tom. Sexton is trailing on the backside. If you shoot that far toe,
yep,
it's a tap in for Sexton.
Mahalik face off down, comes out to the near side. Tap back to Bayad. He goes on the far side. Robertson pressuring him. Puck thrown out. Comes back up to the point. Hawks control. Cross ice pass from Pollen brought on. Mahalik hands it back. Then through the middle, Robbie tried to throw it back for Mahalik. Ends up losing that puck in the skates for a moment, but gets it back off the glove. Shot, save made by Lawson. Mahalik looking for the rebound.
Yeah, Mahalik looking for that tip, that little redirect in front.
Don't want to breed any confidence for the Locomotive. Getting that goal, of course, gives them a comfort 1-0 lead. But if we can just keep leaning on them in the offensive zone, we're going to solve the netminder here momentarily. Hawks face off, goes out off of Schmidt to the far side. Fabrizio comes down, keeps it in. Locomotive come to the near side. Sees that turned over. Hawks dump it back low. Comes out on the far side. Oh, there's a pass. And Oxy's stick checked on the shot. Can't get it on net. Ripley through the man, takes the puck free. Far side corner. Oxenreiter hustles. He goes down as he comes into the boards. Ripley steals it back. Chase fires. Stick save made. Off to the near side. Locomotive get it up and out. Hawks dominate on possession and shots, but not on the scoreboard, down 1-0. Puck cross ice into the skates there of Missick. Deflected out, but thrown right back in by Taylor. Puck low, goes around the far boards. Taylor hustles across, keeps the puck in the zone. A good pass off. One touch, Ripley walks in, shot, glove save by Lawson. Ripley thought he had him. And
nice little drag there by Rips.
Yeah, really creates the in-close chance. Maybe felt like he sold the forehand, but not enough as Lawson stayed on that other side to glove it up.
You know, he might have got a little too close there, Tom, and you take away some of your angle by getting a hair, that extra step.
When you're in that tight, it's pretty much got to be up under the bar. That's the only place you can go.
Yeah, I think he almost helped the goaltender cut down the angle a little bit by bringing it in a hair closer.
Hawks win another face-off and stay in the zone. But now breaking out and ends up on the stick of Olsen. He goes down as he blows a tire. And it goes off the far side, but Heersink watches that shot towards the net. Locomotive sent it off the stick of Jones, and the Hawks floated down ice for an icing. 9:26 left here in the second period, and the Hawks trailing 1-0. Not for lack of shots on goal, just nothing currently getting by the netminder Lawson for the Locomotive.
This is that top line again, Tom, for offensive zone time. Here's Fallhaber.
Fallhaber's draw, one back, shot, goes right into the belly of Jones. I want to see Sexton get going too. This game as he has a chance here. A face-off win comes back. Here Sink rims it up and out. Unfortunately, goes into the bench and out of play. But there's that play where you have one up the right, one rim on the left, depending on which side the D thinks is the best way to play it.
I feel like we can catch their D a little flat-footed with that chip, soft chip off the glass up over their head.
Hollick's face-off comes down, ends up on the stick of Ostad. He backhands it hard off the glass, but not out.
That was there if that's out.
Face-off poke free. Nice stick there on the near side by Ostad. Rimmed around. Sexton will be there. They're offside, so he has time. Through the middle, tapped on, but out of the reach of Mahalik. Good look by Robertson, but just didn't go the direction he wanted. Locomotive turned that over for Heersink. He'll flip that in the zone. Pierce gets it back on the near side. He'll jump ahead. Back through the middle, tapped on. Nice little redirect trying to go far side. Good pad save from Jones.
A nice clear by Heersink. Trailer.
Mahalik wanted to go one more for B-Rob, and unfortunately a stick gets in the way. That was an opportunity they were creating. Icing on the Locomotive at 8:19.
All right, and we'll get an ice cut, it looks like here, Tom. First whistle after 8:30.
Let's see.
No?
Maybe
okay,
not.
Maybe not.
Looks like it'll be maybe end of the period. I don't see anything opening for doors down at the other end.
I thought they said they were going to go midway through.
Puck down on the skates, one back by the Hawks. Ripley goes far side. Waiting for this line to get it done. That gets off a skate and skating it out quickly. Ripley's back checking to cover the D. Nice job by Rips. And then a puck gets through the D-man, but Jones is there. And somebody
I think he got
slashed or stepped on the hand.
Slashed or stepped on.
As a Locomotive player came through the crease after the whistle. Easty trying to shake that one off. It's the left hand that was inside the glove hand. He looks ready to go at 8:03. Defensive zone faceoff is thrown at the net by Hayes. Walk that guy out of the zone, Taylor. Clear him out.
Wouldn't mind seeing some guys staring up at the ceiling in front of the net.
Yep, I agree. Face-off down for Ray. Ray plays it around the far side, gets through everyone, and back to the point for the Locomotive. Quick little move, hands it off. Good back-checking work by Taylor. Ties up Lamson. I think the Hawks need to get more physical. Not sure. I mean, our skill is obviously better, and we've created plenty of opportunities playing skill, but at some point, you need to also match physicality to take a team out of their comfort zone, especially when they're leading 1-0 and having to do it.
Well, I think we're letting them dictate the physicality.
Exactly. Ripley, backhanded to no one, ends up on the stick of Lamson. There's a good hit by Taylor on Lamson. Little payback for the hit down below. But a 2-on-1 created. It's Petrovic. Wants to hand that one back off. Cutting back. Looking for a shot. Backhand. Shoulder save made by Jones.
Good patience there waiting that one out.
7 minutes left here in the second period. Hawks finally pull it loose. Push this up ice. And here it comes. Oxenreiter reverses back, tries to go low. Ripley can't get there. Oxy waits, goes to the point. Collins shot, deflects up and goes into the netting, out of play. 6:31 left, second period.
That's right. See, I'd like to see us, to your point, the physicality, body that up. Don't swipe at it with the stick. Muscle it up and take the body. I mean, it's not like we're shy from physical play.
No,
we played it all last weekend.
Absolutely. Maybe we are thinking back to our 9 penalties that were called the last time, and maybe we're trying to stay out of the box, which we've done effectively so far. Unfortunately, the one time we benefited from the power play. We gave up a shorty. So it hasn't worked in our favor on the special teams quite yet, but it's coming. Face-off won by the Locomotive to go far side. Nice step up by Fabrizio. Puck knocked back down low. Carmichael goes there. He gets bodied. Fights through with the D. Backhand to the head. That's going to be Pollen's spot. Will walks in. Then knocked off by a skate. Carmichael can't get it deep. Pollen gets it back. Pollen, room to Carmichael at the point, gets through him. Carms just gets enough of the puck to slow things up. Hoffman watches that, knocked off his stick, back for Wyatt in their own end. Controlled by Spone briefly, knocked loose. It comes back
Far
to
side.
Pollen.
There we go.
There we go. Move
the
puck in
open
the
ice.
offensive zone. No, give that up. Your man's been waiting at the blue line for that one. Near side comes to Spone. He absorbs contact. Carmichael comes through. That would have gotten called in Lafayette for sure on Carmichael. Play continues down here. On the far side, Carmichael comes in. Good body play. Ties the man up. Cardenas gets knocked down by another good defensive play. Puck turned over onto the stick of Carmichael, throws a deep corner. Cardenas sweeps it to the near side. Spone goes in physically, ties up with the man. Spalding. Hawk thrown out of the zone by the Locomotive. Hawks, good time to get a change and go fresh. Backhanded up. Austin can't knock it down. 3-on-1 going the other way. Pass across. Lost by the Hopman. Doesn't get through. Goes wide of Jones. Fortunate there. Shot towards Jones. Fought off. And controlled by the Hawks. Backhanded through the middle. Mahalik trying to tap it free. A lot of bodies there. Evan comes up with it. Works the near side. Shoulder up high by Pierce. That was an elbow that could have been called. Sexton goes back to the point. Shot from the point. High rebound. Score! Mahalik! The rebound! And Evan pays off for Mike Castagno.
I think Hersig stunned the goaltender a little bit. He caught him right between the eyes.
Nice glove down.
To
shot
stick.
by Mahalik to put that home at 4:22. And it's 1-1 hockey as the Hawks finally solve Lawson for the first time. That's a nice play up high. Normally, of course, you and I want that low shot from Hersey, but you're right. He stuns the netminder with the mass deflection. He can't get his head back on the puck, and Mahalik's there to jump on the loose puck. Shot in, that net's not off its bearings. Stronger here than out at Lafayette. Turnover again. Hawks now hungry, but a good stick by the defender for the Locomotive. They float it out. Fallhaber brings it on, taken away and thrown out of the zone by the Hawks. Hayes, near side, chipped in. Pierce tried to find it. Oxenrider heads him off, and the puck gets banged out by the Hawks. Thrown in for Heersink. Mahalik continues a pretty solid pace since coming off the knee injury. Had a good weekend in New Jersey, and he gets the first goal here today.
He does not look tentative.
Lamson stepped on Oxenrider. Great turnover created. Glove down, flipped on the net. Another nice play as Missick absorbs the hit and then goes into the corner with the man. Puck free and taken by Ripley. Missick, though, can't get it deep. Brought it out of the zone by Petrovic. He wants odd numbers. Missick is back to cover. Good stick lift on Lamson. Doesn't allow the shot there in front. And Ripley gets it loose and out. Back off for Carmichael. Gives up for Ripley, who's screaming in. Shot, toe save made. Carmichael, looking for Missick on the far side. Missick had gone for a change as he knew he was ready to get off. Ripley, shot low, stick to side. Carmichael was a nice look. He thought Missick was still there. Really liked the open ice feed. Good defensive zone play by the Hawks. And now quickly jumping ahead, Carmichael brings it on. Looking back across, misses everyone. Excuse me, that was Cardenas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Breakaway here.
Look out, chance swings wide. Save made by Jones! Spectacular toe! And the Hawks are going to see an icing whistle go against him.
Well, he got his what he wants back.
That's right. Exactly right. Nice little backhand forehand move by the lefty for the Locomotive. And
That's
an
why I
even
say
better
you
save
want
by
to
the Toby
describe this team
Jones.
opportunistic, Tom. Very opportunistic.
Was he coming off the bench and that's how he got the
No, he
breakaway?
just floated
He
high. When we
floated
brought
high.
4 in, we didn't leave a forward high. It was Ray only back.
Locomotive at 212 have an offensive zone faceoff. 1 to Hayes. Flipped up in the air, gloved down by B-Rob. But a good stick on the back check by Hoffman forces the turnover. Thrown towards the net. Jones will cover
But
at 2 minutes.
it's there, Tom.
It is.
That chip, their
Gotta
deer
get the clear.
are trying to stand up hard at the blue line. They're flat-footed. If you chip it by them, they're going to have some odd man rushes.
Or just a flat-out breakaway could come off that. Chopped up in the air. D comes down again, trying to keep it in, and they do. But now Robertson able to backhand it free. Mahalik pulls the string to the near side. Bouncing puck. He gets tied up. Thinks it's a hook. Hoffman,
And he was
though, takes the
probably
puck.
right.
Puck is back. Good step up. Defensive play there on the back end by Fabrizio. Puck comes loose. Out for Sexton. Knocked off his stick. Robertson, good puck support. Robbie fires into the belly of the netminder around Hayes. And a whistle and offensive zone face-off at 127.
Yeah, definitely with the speed advantage, Tom. Right? We're starting to utilize it, but we need to keep doing more of it.
1-1 hockey game late in the second period. Hawks looking for a go-ahead goal before they go, hopefully, to the locker rooms for an ice mate. Oxy wins it off. Good feed to the point. Shot blocked. Good job by Heersing to recover.
Heersing
Kept on.
gets tugged down.
Man, no call there, but it was in his skates.
I thought the stick was, I guess the stick was there too.
Puck coming through on Pierce. Good poke check. Pierce not able to get that in, so he comes across the middle. Turnover dangerous there at the blue line. Olsen, though, can't control. Ostad backhands it up, but not out. Missick. Soft clear there, stays in the zone. Room for Heersing, though, to wheel behind the net. Time to break. He sends one through the middle.
Oh.
Goes off them and into the glove of Lamson, who freezes as Ripley waits to see if a loose puck comes.
See, I don't like that call from the ref, though, Tom, to play it. Because you don't want these kids to stop on the goaltender and spray him.
Yeah.
Right? You're going to give him a penalty for that. So Missick peels off,
Yep.
right, expecting the whistle, and then you're yelling, play it. You got to have it one way or the other.
Yeah, exactly. There had to be more room there for him to play it. There really wasn't a ton with Missick already up in the play. Shot deflects loose. Couldn't find it because Robertson was in front. Puck comes out of the zone. Hawks will dump it in deep. Touch up here. Mahalik wants the pressure with 30 seconds left. He pressures and forces the turnover. Sexton comes up with it. He'll go low. Drives and back for Mahalik. Cross ice as he takes the hit. Ostad goes low. Now, through the middle, one-timer missed by Robertson. Puck comes out of the zone. 16 seconds. Not sure they'll get the touch-up as Robbie was, hair early, but we'll take it. Good job by Robertson to get a stick on the puck there. Viad goes out wide to Mahalik. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Won't get the shot off. He does. But Jones easily corrals that at the whistle. So,
looks like we get an ice cut here now.
Ice cut at the end of the second. We got a 1-1 hockey game. Hawks dominating on the stat sheet as far as shots and offensive zone possession. But it's still 1-1 going to the third. We'll see you guys shortly. All right, we're coming back on the ice. Refs are getting nets set for the start of the third period. Fresh ice for the Hawks and for the Locomotive. But I think, like you said, probably we're hoping it favors the Hawks to have some fresh ice to really move the puck.
I think the speed and skating, right? But there's some opportunities, and hopefully, we had a chance to talk to J Mac between periods. I think he relayed some of his thoughts to coaches of where there's a lot of opportunity. So let's see. Let's see if they execute on that, because I think there's a lot of chances that could come our way, Tom.
Yep. You were looking for so many things. Even the breakout of the defensive zone is what J-Mac commented on, and the openings that they're leaving open ice. Of course, you're right. He's right. We got to connect on passes, and that's something we didn't do perfectly during that period. I thought our better talent and our relentless pursuit of the puck made up for the lack of connecting passes, and that's why we had so many chances. But I'll tell you, some clean passes could go a long way towards some goals going in the net.
Well, I think
some clean passes for sure.
Since we are at the Littleton tournament this weekend, I got a chance to see some of the squirts on the other side of the ice before our game. It did remind me of those days, Tom.
Yeah.
They're all along the boards, and even though you pack 8 guys along the boards, you keep trying to go up that board. It'll get out sometime. There's a lot of open ice. I think the Hawks just need to be better at utilizing it, and if they can do that, I think from a transition speed standpoint, we're going to end up with a couple of 2-on-1s, 3-on-2s, some odd man rushes, and that's where our skill should help us start burying some pucks.
Well, here comes the crew as Hawks are making their way back out to the bench. Locomotive come out. Let's see who can dominate and win the third period. So 50-50 winner, Mike Castano. Congratulations, as Mahalik pays off for him again after paying off for him during the trip last weekend as well.
I believe Mike did have half the team, though, on his roster.
I think he paid more than he won. And we appreciate him. The team had a fantastic meal, thanks to him. When we arrived in Thursday to celebrate Cam's birthday, as he turned 18 on Thursday. So lots of fun stuff happened back in New Jersey this weekend. But it is good to be home, and it's good to be home for the holidays. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there watching. And
we got a good little stretch going here, Tom. I got 5 games with you. Now it's 6 and a 7 tonight.
Can't beat it, my friend. This is good stuff. All right. Locomotive right to the dot, ready to go. Paul Aber wants to get after it with Pierce, and their top line comes out. We'll counter with the Missick line, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so Missick, Ripley, and Oxy. Oxy's face-off went back clean for Fabrizio. Tries to go through the middle, but that's behind Oxy, and there's your connection that we need to have. And look out, quick opportunity for Pierce, stick the side by Jones. It comes out of the zone. Good hustle, but a stick lift on Oxenreiter takes away the breakout opportunity. Now a good pass through, but Oxy can't find it. And that puck gets onto the stick of Messman for the Locomotive. Messman, good step up, hit by Missick to take him off the puck. Oh, wanted to get that through, and he does. Nice job by Oxy to get that off for Missick. Gets the return pass, shot, toe save made by Lawson. Back off on the near side, Oxenreiter.
Not for lack of good chances for Oxenreiter, Tom.
Indeed. That puck gets all the way through Pollen and back down ice. So no icing as Sexton retreats back to his own end. Wheels out and then reverses. Puck is loose. Hawks will stretch it through the middle. Good stick. Prevents that from getting up ice for Robbie from Fabrizio. Puck stolen. Messman shoots it down low. Gloved off on the deflection. Good block by Pollen. Back up to the point. Held for a second there with Sexton. He can't quite get loose. Robertson will jump. Far side, Mahalik picks up the cut. Puck down the boards. Evan tried to kick it loose. Went off his skate. Good job by Sexton stealing that back. But out of the reach of Mahalik. He'll come in on the D. Sexton will try and pull it free, but can't. Locomotive will rim it. Piercing's there. keeps it in. LHA out there on him. Pulling up is Mahalik, goes low for Sexton. Tried to go out front for Robbie, got deflected and spun out of the zone by the Locomotive. Big pad save made by Jones on the far side. That gets tapped to area pass, misses Sexton. Heersink just kicks it back in the zone as the Hawks will change. Locomotive trapped in behind Spohn on the forecheck pressure. And that's where you noticed Heersink was a little nicked up. He wasn't taking his normal break from behind the net, and even there, doesn't have that jump, that explosiveness. We'll have to keep an eye on that, especially going into tonight's game. Puck down in the zone for Pierce. He gives that one up. Hawks take control. Working back on the near side. Up the boards for Hayes. Keeps it in for the Locomotive. Spohn is there along with Carmichael, and they get it out to center ice. Schmidt brings it on. He slows up as Heersink gets a piece. Spohn loses that puck on the near boards. Cutting to the net is Olsen. Good back-checking defensive work there.
Breakaway here for Cardenas.
Cardenas, though, can't get to the loose puck. Carmichael has it. Loose off his skate in the corner. Carmichael battles it free briefly. Now the puck is loose and battled for in the corner. Hawks come up with it. Point for Ray. Chip down back low. Spohn on it. Backhands it around the far side. Tap towards the front. What an opportunity for Carmichael. And a save made by Lawson. That was a beauty. Point blank. Taylor, look out. Turnover. Good support from Ray. And Spohn will float it up and out as the Hawks get a partial change. Oxenrider comes on. Almost picks that off between Olsen and the defender. Come at the puck there, but I think that's late for Spohn. He probably just running out of gas. Wrap around out front, tried to throw it, but that deflects behind the net. Never got through on Jones. Look out for Pierce. Shot, score. There's the turnover through the middle.
Yeah.
Poor play by the Hawks. Opportunistic chance for Pierce, and he's good enough to put that home. 2-1 at 12:43 in the third in favor of the Locomotive. Might have been their first shot of the period.
Again, opportunistic. They're going to hang back, and take their chances.
Oxenrider pokes it ahead. D dumps that, but not out. Kept in by Ripley. Deflects though far side. Picked off by Paulin. He'll throw it in. Hayes is there. Hayes will cycle back across his own crease. Through the middle. Read and picked off by Ripley. Ripley wanted to go past the man. Missick as well, but they get trapped on the boards. Ripley sees Missick take it away up at the point. Stays low, deflected. It's on. Oxenrider score! There's your man. Is that
Oxenrider breaks the seal.
And he gets it home as you called for. And Oxy gets his goal and gets it 2-2. The quick response inside of 30 seconds for the Hawks.
That was important, Tom, right? What were we going to do? Were we going to feel sorry for ourselves or push? They pushed.
Good pressure. Oxenrider rolls it up over the top of Lawson for a 2-2 game. Robertson back off onto the near side for Fabrizio. Off the stick of Mahalik. That'll be backhanded in low. Goes in on Jones. He'll play it off for Cam. Fabrizio through the middle. Misses Mahalik. Look out on the turnover. That's the connections you have to have. Good job by Sexton back checking to take that puck away. Floated out through center ice. LHA is back. Ooh, Mahalik didn't get a skate on that one. Sexton will regroup and go through the middle, but misses Robertson, and that's an icing. And a whistle at 11:33. Yeah. Got to connect on that pass.
Again, another just an unforced error there. A hair off. Zone breakouts just got to be cleaner, Tom.
Yeah. No doubt the space is there. They're giving us the center of the ice. Face off back, won by Mahalik, but taken by Lamson. Lamson hands that off behind. Puck chipped up into the screen and out of play off the stick of Ostad. 11:23 left in the 2-2 hockey game, right where the Locomotive want it to be. Hawks need to get a stranglehold on this game for the next goal. Mahalik's face-off, flipped up and out of the zone. Sexton was frozen out at the blue line, so that puck gets taken by the Locomotive. Sexton knocks the man down, takes it from Petrovic. Robertson tries to pressure up. Puck is loose. Hawks control, floated out to center ice. Nessman kicks it free. Mahalik reads that, jumps to and brings it in. Mahalik fires well wide on the far side, but comes out onto the stick at the point of Ostad. Reversing in the boards, Viat ties up Sexton. Good support from Robertson, but the Locomotive find the loose puck and get it clear. Sexton with it on the near side for Heersing. Heersing back across. Gets the puck back, should be able to advance it, and does. Heersing drags, moves in. Oh, lost off a stick, but controlled quickly and back to him by Cardenas. Heersing, round two, enters the zone. Shot, gloved up by Lawson. It was going wide, but he holds and takes a whistle.
I like that, though. Here's he entered the zone 1-on-4, and we end up with an offensive zone draw, Tom.
Yep. That's about the best thing you can bring out of that.
It's not a terrible thing to flip it at the glove.
If you hold it, you end up waiting. More often than not, they come to you and you get taken off the puck and have to dump and turn it over. So, face-off win for the Hawks. Walking is Fabrizio. Fires. Boy, I like that look. Now, that's in the belly of the netminder, but I do like that look off the face-off. Chances are there. Just not finding the net often
I like
enough.
that low shot that Lafayette caught us on, with the guy screaming across the front with the tip.
There's Fabrizio stepping up, chopped at though by Missick. Comes out of the zone. Missick smartly plays it up the boards. They're in offsides. And that gives time for Cam to pick it up. Far side Pollen. Pollen cross ice, knocked down by Missick. Nice little reach just to control that puck.
Yeah.
Good shot by Missick there. Now off for Ripley. Back to the point. Keep walking, fires. There's a low shot. Turned aside by the netminder's blocker. Cross ice pass for Pollen. Tried to go back through the middle. Picking it up is Oxenrider. He throws it in the net. Save made by Lawson and held. Lots of rubber at the netminder and a lot of saves on his chart. He's probably, my guess is he's got mid-30s in saves based on the shot.
This is big of their two goaltenders, Tom. I've seen him play a couple times. You got to move and get him moving side to side.
Yeah. Offensive zone face-off. Carmichael's tied up. Puck down low. Good job by Spone. Ties the D up. D works it out, and it comes out of the zone as the flashing forward breaks out in transition. Ballhaber and Pierce, shot in by Pierce, covered by Jones. No rebound. See, there's their transition when they pick their spots, and they have their top line out. So Pierce was able to jump out. Fallhaber rushes the net.
Yeah, they're not going to jump up with that third line of theirs on the ice.
But there the F2 was waiting, so smart save made by Jones. Face-off tied up in the skates. Look out, Pierce picks it up, swings high, scores. Really good patience. There's their goal scorer as Pierce gets it done to make it 3-2. Pierce regains the one-goal lead for the Locomotive. 2 tallies for him in this game. Hawks need to turn up the heat now at 9:13 in the third.
Yeah, you gotta notice 8 on the ice, Tom.
Yeah. No doubt. Face-off taken by the Hawks, chipped ahead. Sexton tosses it from Mahalik. Taylor has to wait. Players come together and they're off sides. Face off outside the zone is
Yeah, that's just too clean a look, Tom. Too clean a look off the draw.
Yep. No doubt. Mahalik's face-off comes low. One back. Locomotive will press it up and then I'm sure bring it in deep as he gets it dumped in deep. Very disciplined team. There's a good play. Absorbing contact by the D. It's Taylor. Gets it loose but gets back in behind. There's a penalty that's going to go against Petrovic, I think, as Petrovic rides Mahalik in deep.
Yep.
And that's going to be goaltender interference on Petrovic. He's going to the box.
Petrovic should have probably got another slash.
Yep, and Hawks are going to the power play. PP1
Petrovic for goaltender interference.
And we're at 8:42 here, the third. Power play opportunity. Big time for the Hawks to get the equalizer. Face off, one back easily to the point. Ripley goes across. Heersink waits, fires low. Shot, what a save. Good push by the netminder to get across on a perfect shot pass from Heersink. Still controlled though by the Hawks. Up high, Heersink. He'll float one down. Deflected by Robertson. Again, controlled by B-Rob coming out of the corner. Walking in, shot. Flissels high off the glove, comes off to the near side. Hawks see that banged out of the zone. Heersink hustles back. But I like the start for PP1 as they get pucks to the net and a couple of good looks. Now controlled by Heersink. He's starting to move better, shaking off whatever that was. Cross ice pass misses the stick of Robertson, who was slashed into the net. Pierce trying to pressure. Sexton sniffs that out. He'll wait. Sexton down low off the skate of Ripley. Back for Sexton. Sexton fires. Glove loose. Turn fire. Scores! B-Rob again makes it 3-3. Power play goal. It's 7:36, 54 seconds left.
B-Rob doing work in his part of the ice.
Between the dots, settles the puck, picks his spot, puts it home.
And honestly, that's a bad penalty by Lafayette.
Yes.
Right? You have offensive zone time and you come through and clip the goaltender. Hawks able to make him pay though on the power play, which is what you need.
That's what gives coaches gray hair, as you can see. 3-3 game, 7:35. Fabrizio dumps it in deep. Mahalik comes down the far boards. Hawks again get a little bit of juice. He's holding! You gotta be kidding me. That's so frustrating. Nowhere near the puck. He holds, puts the arm around him, and doesn't get the call. Puck to the far side, Carmichael. Oxenreiter comes across. Got a little power play line left out. This is power play forward group with Mahalik, Oxenreiter, and Carmichael. That one gets knocked down by the ref, regrouped and controlled by the Hawks. Oxy plays it back. Area pass off the boards. Oxy can't quite get there. As Fabrizio sees that come in. Trying to go around the deep Paulin. Sexton back covering. Good job by Sexton. Puck on the far side. Hawks come across, sweep it through, and then knocked down. Turnover, blocker to side by Jones. Chopped up and down. Sexton kicks it to himself. Good body position, back checking. Gets through Oxenreiter and down into the Hawks zone. Icing gets waived as it should in that scenario. And Taylor has it. Taylor backhand turnover, but gets it back from Schmidt. Then sends it ahead. Sexton and Taylor bring it on. Sexton's shot held by the netminder. But an offensive zone faceoff for the Hawks with 5:55 left.
Hawks with a little more jump after that last goal.
Yeah, a little more energy. Want to press the play here. I felt like if the Hawks could just get the lead, they would lock this team down. Mahalik face off one back. Sexton will walk it down the boards, round the corner, shot short side, deflects hard off the shoulder. That stung him. That stung the netminder with that shot off the shoulder that goes into the screen out of play. Nice little rip.
He definitely felt that one.
Yeah. Caught him between the pad. Mahalik sets things up, wants to win it forward. Cross. Oh, whips too hard for B-Rob. He knew the hit was coming from behind, so he got that puck off. Hustling back. Good job by Ray getting back Taylor. Soft backhand, doesn't get out of the zone. Taylor's back now for it. He'll hold the man off, go far side, but he gets met. And puck comes loose, controlled, shot, blocked by the Hawks. Flipped up, but not out. You can't test that too many times. Mahalik, a good block again, but doesn't get it out. Nice steal by Robertson. Opportunity, Cardenas. Try to goes back for Robertson. Shoot it. Deflection, no. It goes off the stick and out to the side. But Hawks stay in the zone. Taylor tries to walk around the deep point man. Sends it in low off Cardenas. Far side for Carmichael. He comes in on the body. Puck down low. Spohn keeps it in. Carmichael battling. Puck comes out for Spohn. Oh! Tough, as it was a smart cut by Taylor, but a rocket of a pass off the stick of Spohn. Can't find the tape. You connect on the tape there, that's a golden scoring opportunity. Petrovic wants to send it out front, nobody home. Blocked off and taken by Taylor. Taylor gets knocked down, puck out front. Ray sends it to the corner. Far side, good job by Spohn coming across. Pins the puck in the boards. 4:12 left here, third period. Hawks tied up 3-3. Spohn sees Cardenas try to take it out of the zone. Quickly controlled by the Locomotive. Thrown ahead off the skate. Controlled. Nice read by Oxenrider. Oxy will jump the zone. He'll swing wide left. Shot blocked by Hayes. Exit. Dump out. Comes back in quickly onto the stick of Oxenrider. He gets bodied up. Puck goes low. Ripley makes a swipe at it as he goes past. Time for the Locomotive to regroup in their own end. 3:28. Good pressure there by Oxy. Forces a loose puck, but nobody up. The F2 wasn't there. Ripley had cycled all the way back into his own end and then just kind of circled back down. Piersink with it. Comes up the boards. Deflected in by Missick. Controlled by Hayes. Hayes for the Locomotive. Pulls up behind the cage. Back out to the near side. Backhanded. Weak pass up the boards. That's what the Hawks want, but they don't get control. Puck comes out onto the stick of Piersink. He'll go back D to D with Ostad. Ostad through the middle. Good pass for the tape to Missick. Missick works wide. Here's his chance. Shot, save made in the glove of Lawson.
I like this, though. You're making Lafayette's top line work to get it out of their own zone, Tom. Not giving them offensive zone time, making them spend that energy.
And now they're changing and never got an offensive zone chance. Forced to change. 2:43, the Mahalik line will... Oh, no, a little shake up here. We got Carmichael out, but Sexton joining him and B-Rob. Mahalik not taking this one. Not sure if anything stung him or if something's going on. Just maybe a little change. Kicked loose. Robertson to the near side. Backhands it low. Sexton couldn't find it. Viad goes to the far side. Carmichael's there. He keeps it on. Near side. B-Rob on it. Feeds the point. Nope. Picked off. And then there's the jump by Schmidt. Schmidt hustling, but Sexton rides him off the puck. And Sexton reverses it back. Plenty of room. Smart defensive position by Sexton. He gets it back from Pollen. Little catch, give and go for Sexton from Pollen, and Sexton gets ahead. Backhands it in deep. Puck onto the near side. Pollen, big hit through the boards. Zviad takes one there from the shoulder of Pollen. Puck gets out of the zone. Oxenrider finds the loose puck. Petrovic steps up on him and gets a turnover onto the stick of Lamson. Good job defensively by Fabrizio, keeping Messman on the outside. Hawks, though, lose the turnover battle there. Thrown out front, backhand. Ooh, sticked up in the air and off of Jones. Dangerous there. Lamson accepts the hit, and the puck comes loose for LHA. LHA fires, blocked by Lamson, deflects out of the zone. Puck thrown in deep by the Locomotive. Slip move by Pollen, poke check, but now taken by Fabrizio on the near side. Cross ice is open, finds Missick. Missick backhands it in, gets held, grabbed by the glove. That's an absolute hold when you grab the shoulder and spin the player around. Give me a call. 50 seconds left here now. As you know, Locomotive just want to try and get to overtime. Puck thrown in behind the cage, comes out to the near side. Puck thrown up in the air, deflected by the Locomotive onto the stick of Ostad. Don't want to go there when you know that side is overloaded. But good steal by Ripley, gets a chance for Oxenrider.
Oxenrider, there we go.
There's a call.
There's the offhand.
Slash. And we'll go to the power play for 26 seconds.
I didn't see the
and
slash
into the
there,
overtime.
Tom, but I saw the offhand come out and grab the shoulder and pull back.
Yeah, so unless it was a hold that he was saying.
We'll see.
Yes, hold. Never mind. I saw the hand go down. And he missed the first one, but he gets a late check for that one. Hawks with a power play chance. 26 seconds left in regulation. And then overtime. Sexton's face-off, one back at the point. Ripley, now far side. Tipped, nice play, but kept in the zone. Sexton goes right across. That came out of the zone. Another tip, as good forecheck pressure there at the high by the penalty killer for the Locomotive. That one comes in on by Sexton. Sexton walking down. Fallhaber sees that go through everyone and out. Here sinks back. He'll just eat it, and we'll take a 4-on-3 power play chance to overtime. So free hockey, everybody, as the Hawks tied 3-3 at the end of regulation, have a minute 34 of power play time here in the extra session. And should be a 5-minute overtime, correct?
I don't know. When it comes to the exhibition games, I don't know. That's what they're talking about right now. I think Lafayette would be happy to take the tie, to be honest with you, because they're going to be shorthanded in overtime.
Hawks taking the chance to set something up here for the power play opportunity.
Well, if they don't come out and get something here, I blame Dormer because he's got the whiteboard. He's drawing something up.
We'll have a center ice face-off, 3-minute overtime session. So 3 minutes, so it means the Hawks are on the power play for half of the overtime. So half of that frame to try and get the game-winning goal.
I prefer we honestly just score the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, I would take that as well. I'm sure Easton would be more than happy to see them stay at the other end of the ice the entire time. Now, they should change ends, and we should be going at this end in the overtime. These two teams, oh no, they're going to call it a tie and end the game? What? That's weak. The coach for Locomotive,
they'll take. Well, you might.
They'll take anything they can get.
You'll take the tie when you're on the penalty kill.
So look at that.
Power play, it might have been the other way around.
The Locomotive coach pushes out and takes a tie.
All right.
And that hopefully will give us a little bit of time to to stew on that crap for tonight's game. As we'll see you back at 6 o'clock for one more up in Lafayette on their mini rink. And we'll see you guys then, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Tune in.